Hi all, Planetside Agent here. Today we're going to take a look at the Goshawk Romance alcohol stove. If you're interested, stay tuned. Okay, let's take a look at this. This is from company Goshawk out of Australia, and like I said, the model is the Romance. So what caught my eye on this stove, it's all brass, is that it looks a lot like reminiscent of a Surveyor 123, you know, with its all brass windscreen and stove. So I say that caught my attention. It was really kind of pretty. Just for starters, like I say, they're from Australia, and as far as I know, there's no U.S. supplier, which I wish there was, because it would cut down, I would think, on the freight. But anyway, I found this online, and by the way, I will put a link to their site in the description of this video. Anyway, right now it's going for about $42 US, and I think I paid, I think it was around 13 bucks for shipping. So, which, you know, is kind of high, well, high and not high, but coming all the way from Australia, I guess can't complain. So, anyway, let's go ahead and we'll take a look at it. Just for starters, it weighs, the whole outfit weighs 135 grams or 4.8 ounces. And I got these numbers off the website. I didn't weigh it myself. The stove itself weighs, well, 68 grams or 2.4 ounces. And it will hold, well, it says it has 90 milliliter or 3 ounce capacity, but they only recommend 60 milliliters or 2 ounces, which I would say I wouldn't go over 2 ounces. That's a lot of fuel, and then that's a lot of risk. Since this doesn't have a, it's not like the Trangia. It doesn't have an inner wall and a mesh, so it's this could tip over, and you could be in a world of hurt if it did. So anyway, let's go back and get on with the stove. For starters, it has the pot stand is adjustable. Well, let's take a closer look at it. You can see it's really nice. It's got a vent, and they call this a dual fuel stove. That's why it's so high, because as you can see, the burner just fits inside here, but there's a space, so you can burn wood in this if you wanted. I never will, because I don't want to dirty up the brass because it looks so nice. But construction is all brass, with, you know, like with steel legs, of course. But also is a really nice touch. The rivets that they rivet the windscreen or burner chamber together is copper, which gives it a nice. See, it's a nice looking stove. That's why I got them. Real happy with it. I thought about doing an unboxing video with this. I go, oh heck no, I want to get a good look at this stove. I was kind of excited to get it and also to test it out. But anyway, it has adjustable pot stand, and I guess the lower, I don't know where you'd ever use the lower one. Maybe for wood, I don't know. Anyway, it has 3 levels here. You can see them right here. And what you do is you lift up, because it's got a notch, and then you twist it out, and then you can pull it up. Now you need to go to at least the minimum, or the middle one, in order to get the snuffer on it to put it out. So anyway, let me lift all these up. Well, that one's already set, and this one's already set too. So let's pull out the, to get the stove out, you need to swing the pot stands out, and here's the inside of the chamber. It's got a grill on the bottom, so you can put your wood in there. Pellets would fall through. You'd probably, if you want to use wood pellets in this thing, you'd definitely have to make a separate grate. You could probably make it out of a tin can lid. In fact, I wonder what size. I wonder if that looks too big. The one I use, yeah. I was thinking you might be able to use a pot lid, you drill holes, or just cut out some hardware cloth. Anyway, like I say, that's if you wanted to, I guess if you an emergency. If you ran out of alcohol and you wanted to burn it, there you go. But anyway, so we'll just take a look at the stove real quick. It's a Trangia style from the outside. If you look at it, same size as a Trangia, and it's got the snuffer lid, simmer ring, and it unscrews. The difference in this one is this one uses the copper jets in it. It says it's supposed to bloom quicker. I can't really tip it over too much because I do have fuel in it, because like I said, I tested it out. I want to see what it looked like already. So anyway, it's got these little copper tubes in there with a jet hole to burn. And like I say, and then they've got little notches in there, so you will fit in. And then you can swing in the pot stands. So you got throw your pot on there. The one thing, while I'm thinking about it, that I was really kind of surprised is the legs aren't quite level, so it rocks a little bit. So I don't know, that's probably just some part of the manufacturing mistake or something. I don't know if they'll all be that way or just mine was, but you know, if you put it on hard ground, it will rock, but if not, on soft ground, you probably wouldn't notice it. But I would assume this might just be a minor flaw for this particular stove. I don't think they'll all come out that way. But anyway, what I'm going to do later is I'll get some pliers in there and just kind of bend it a little bit to level it out. But just a minor thing. But anyway, you do have to put the pot stand on the middle, or you won't be able to get the snuffer in. In fact, even that, it's not quite, just barely wide enough to slip in, but slip it in to get the snuffer. Or if you wanted to use it, you can use the simmer ring on it. It will come out the hole, so you can use the simmer ring and get it underneath. So, but yeah, pretty cool little stove. See, what else to say about the stove itself? I'm going to do a boil test. I got some water out here, and I got my timer. So we'll just go ahead and burner test, and then you can get a look at how the flame pattern is for this particular stove. Like I said, it's different than a Trangia or Trangia style, which has the inner wall. This has fuel in it too. Has the inner wall in it, and the Trangias do have a wick inside, which helps bring the fuel up to get it to bloom quicker. But it looks like Goshawk either just gets the stoves and cuts this ring out and puts their own little brass stuff in there. But I don't know if I'll do it on this video. I might do a separate video just to do a burn test comparison between the standard Trangia and this Goshawk copper tube burner. So I'm going to go ahead and get everything set up for a boil test, and I'll get back to you when it's ready to go. Okay, I'm all ready for a boil test. I've got 16 ounces or 2 cups of water at 51 degrees. You can see that on there or not. So let's go ahead and fire this off. I didn't measure the fuel, I just put some in there. I'm not worried about fuel consumption. According to their website, it'll boil to 500 milliliters of fuel, which is about 2 cups, in 6 minutes and 45 seconds, and it'll use 30 milliliters of fuel, which is an ounce, that's pretty much standard for most alcohol burners. I got it lid off here, and I'm going to kind of wait for it to bloom. It looks like it's just about there. I'm going to go ahead and put the water on anyway. Start the timer. And yeah, the jets are starting to bloom out. So I'll go ahead and turn the lights off and let you see what the burn pattern looks like. Okay, there's the burn pattern. The way the jets are set up, it kind of gets the flame to go to the inside, which kind of centers most of the heat on the center of the pot, which is real good, because a lot of burners are kind of wide and it kind of runs up the side of the pot, which isn't as efficient as if it's right on. Kind of interesting in this little pulsing. I don't know what's causing that. Maybe it takes some time to burn in. When I did my first burn test, I wasn't getting that. But nice blue flame. Now, while we're waiting for the water to come to the boil, I thought I'd just put a note. The alcohol I use in my stoves and on all of my videos, if you watch any of my other alcohol burn test videos, is the yellow heat, which is probably the best price and has the best performance of any of the alcohols. I don't use any of the isopropyls or any of those with the water in it. I don't see the necessity for it, I guess, unless that's all you can get. But at least here in the States, stuff like heat you can get just about anywhere. Of course, you can use denatured also, but it tends to run a little bit more expensive, so I just stick with the heat. Okay, getting close. It's starting to boil in the pot. We're at about 209 degrees. So this one probably took a little bit longer than the company one, because it's probably colder temperature here in Oregon as opposed to Australia, where this stove comes from. But we got a roaring boil here at about 8:10. I guess we can wait till we get up to the official 212. There we go. So 8 minutes and 30 seconds for 2 cups of water. And like I said, the temperature, the water started at 51, and it's about about the same temperature here in the garage. So, but there you go, a roaring boil. I think what I'm going to do is take this off real quick. Take the water off. Oops, a little hot there. Just to let you look at the whole burn pattern. I think if you can see it or not. It's kind of without turning the lights off. Here, let me go turn the lights off real quick. Hang on. There you go. Put a black backdrop up. So you can see it has kind of that turbo flame. And now I just want to show you that you can get the snuffer in there without any real problems. So we'll go ahead and snuff this out. Let me go ahead and take this off again. And there you go. It's out. So there you go. There's your Goshawk Romance alcohol/spirit stove. Real nice, a pretty stove. I think it's well manufactured, and I was really happy to get it. I would have ordered some of they have some other models too that are really cool. I probably would have ordered another one, but the other two I was interested in were out of stock, and I would have ordered both at the same time just to hopefully I could piggyback on the shipping for 2 stoves to be cheaper. Whether I'll buy the other ones, I don't know. Whether I want to pay the shipping or not. Like I said, it'd be nice if somebody in the States could get a hold of this stove to get a little bit cheaper. Of course, you get free shipping if you're in Australia for this stove, but I'm not in Australia. So anyway, can't think of anything else about this, talk about this stove. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.